Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance video. So today I wanted to do a short list video. I wanted to talk about a house that is very popular. It's kind of famous obviously within the fragrance community. It's an inexpensive house. It's more of what I consider a starter house. A lot of people buy fragrances from this house when they are just beginning. I know I certainly did, especially if you're into powerhouses and classic fragrances, masculine fragrances, like the ones I review on this channel. So it's the house of Jacques Bogart. And what I'm going to do is talk about my top 4 favorite fragrances from this house and why. So before we get started in this list, if it is your first time here and you enjoy the videos that I create, make sure to subscribe to support the channel. We are on our way to 10K, and I can't thank you all enough for all of those of you who support and watch my videos. If you have an Instagram, go check out the Scents of South Jersey Instagram page for news and updates on the channel, photos of fragrances from my collection, and daily scent of the day posts as well. If you have a TikTok, go ahead and follow Sabro88 for all your champagne needs. So again, we're going to break down these fragrances. I'm going to point them out and tell you which ones are my favorite. Really no particular order or rank, but these are the ones that if I were to pick any from the house, I would absolutely get. Let's get started. All right, so the first fragrance on this list is probably the original, not probably, it definitely is the original from this house. It's from 1975. You guys probably know what it is Bogart Signature. This fragrance is just a monster from the 70s. You know, it's reminiscent of scents like Paco Rabanne Pour Homme or Azzaro Pour Homme. I think it came out just after Paco Rabanne, but before Azzaro. It's just such a cool bottle. This is an older bottle. It actually was a tester. It has all the notes listed there, you know, aromatic fougere. It's green, it's mossy, it's soapy, it's masculine, it's barbershop. This scent, it smells so good. And if you're a fan of classics and you don't want to spend a lot of money, this one, it's amazing. The dry down of this fragrance is absolutely fantastic. It's very long lasting in my opinion. I think it definitely will get you, at least a work day. You can spray a ton of it on you. You don't have to worry about being frugal with it because it's so inexpensive. You can have this bottle for about $18.99, say 20 bucks we'll round up. It's awesome. It's still being made. Don't worry about vintage or current. This is an older bottle because it's a tester. I don't know where there's a tester of Bogart Signature anywhere available, at least here in the United States. And it smells virtually identical to the bottle that I already had killed, which was a newer release. I don't have the box down here with me. This one came in just the sleeve. It didn't have a box because it was a tester, but it's got that pen, which looks like it's giving the signature for Bogart. It's a fantastic classic barbershop smell. And you can just get the citruses, the greenness, the oak moss. It just smells like you came out of a classy barbershop. And it's fantastic. Definitely check it out. As I wore this more, I even declared in my review that I enjoyed it more than Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, the current formulation. And I always go back and forth about that because that's such an amazing scent too. But for Bogart, this is absolutely one of, if not their best. Okay, the next fragrance on this list, you cannot talk about the house of Jacques Bogart without mentioning this one. And it's definitely one of it's the first fragrance from the house that I ever got, one of the first powerhouse fragrances I ever purchased in my fragrance journey. It is the 1980 Beast Mode Chypre One Man Show. So here you have a newer version of the bottle here. That says 87% concentration, and then there's a small 30 ml that I have here, and it is the 85%. This is a little bit older. They smell the same. You got the green pine and the melting pot of notes. There's so many notes in this fragrance. It is a monster performer. It's going to last all day. I would spray it on this shirt, but I know it would overtake the fragrance I'm already wearing, and I would smell it on this shirt forever because that's how long it lasts, especially on clothes. Speaking of the shirt, shout out to my younger sister for getting me this Scents of South Jersey sweatshirt. She got it custom made. It's my first official merchandise that I don't really have because it's a gift for me. So it was a Christmas gift. But anyway, I'm changing the subject here. One Man Show is about $15 to $16. Get it. That's full presentation, brand new. It looks going to look like this. It has a built-in sprayer. The entire room in this section is going to smell like this. It smells so good. It's very polarizing though. So some people hate it. Some people love it. I've had people I'm friendly with reach out and say they weren't sure about it. And then a couple weeks later, after at least giving it some wear, they're like, hey, I really enjoyed it. If you like a green pine strong opening and then with sort of I don't want to say fruity, but just woodsy mixture of different scents at the end, which it sort of has it's just a very unique scent. It's very hard to describe, but once you get it, you'll understand what I mean once you wear it. You don't have to worry about poor performance with this one, and it definitely punches above its weight class with its price and its performance, and I think it smells fantastic. There's a whole line of one-man shows, none of which are very, very appealing to me. I've tried Oud, which is decent. I've tried gold, ruby, and emerald. All of those suck in my opinion. I don't like them. There's a new one that's coming out. It's called 24 karat. I haven't tried that yet. It looks like a 1 million knockoff, even though I've read that's not what it smells like. But just go for the original. The original is always the best. That's just how it is. The original is always the best, and One Man Show is the truth. Okay, next we're going to be jumping to the late 90s, the 1998 release from Jacques Bogart. It is a fragrance called Force Majeure. So force majeure, I believe that means just like an act of nature that you cannot control, some sort of disaster, say like a pandemic or massive hurricane or flood. But force majeure is what I would consider Jacques Bogart's answer to Jean-Paul Gaultier's La Malle. So I'm going to spray some here. Again, built-in sprayer, beast mode sprayer, really, really good sprayer on this one. And you spray it out, and to me, it's a spicier, muskier La Malle. You can smell the amber, but this one is muskier. You can smell the vanilla, but this one is spicier. It lasts a long time. It smells good. I have a soft spot for this one because, hey, it's a lesser known Jacques Bogart. I don't believe it's in production anymore, but you can still get it. Price range for this is around $45. I've seen this was 100 ml. I've used maybe just about 30% of it. So it is a long lasting scent, and it's like less of a club vibe, more of a mature. It's like the older brother to La Malle that somehow was born after La Malle was, you know, if that makes sense too. So I used to wear La Malle heavily as in my youth. Younger, I'm talking, you know, my early 20s when I was going out all the time. That was my scent. I killed so many bottles of La Malle. I loved that one. And this one really does remind me of that, but a little bit more of a mature, you know, take on it. It's spicier, muskier, but still has that amber fougere style because that's what it is classified as too. So you can still get this one. It's pretty good and it's long lasting as all the Jacques Bogarts are. But this one is, if you're in the you know, enjoy that type of La Malle vibe, definitely check out Force Majeure. Okay, finally, the final fragrance on this list. Still in the 90s, a little bit earlier than the previous one. This is a 1993 aromatic green release, and this is probably the most rare one on the list. It is Eau Fraiche by Jacques Bogart. Take a look at that one too. This is a 100 ml bottle. I killed my 250 mls because I wore it a lot. This is a fresh, clean, green, very green, soapy green and oak mossy green with some citrus in there that gives it the freshness, masculine fragrance. This stuff is awesome. If you want to compare it to anything, think about Van Cleef & Arpels Czar, but Czar Sport. Now Czar has had flankers. They have a Czar cologne one. I've talked about that. I had that. It's very rare and it's expensive. I sold it because it wasn't worth the box it was, you know, printed on pretty much. It was just smelled like a bland citrus lemon scent, where this one really comes off to me like a Czar Sport. Like it smells like an 80s sport fragrance. It's so good. And it's just, I love the greenness in it. And it's pretty long lasting. You're going to get about 5-6 hours from this one because it is on the fresher side, which is a low performance for the house of Jacques Bogart. But given the uniqueness of this fragrance and just how it falls into the category of stuff that I love, guys, I know I love green and fresh citrus, sporty green scents that have that oak moss, that have that 80s feel. And this is early 90s, so it still has a 1 foot back in the previous decade. Really cool bottle. You can see through the glass, and just the name Eau Fraiche is really nice. Built-in sprayer. The box is awesome. They have 50 mLs and they have 100 mLs. The 50 mLs are a little bit easier to find. You're going to pay anywhere from 30 to 40 bucks. Maybe this one will be 50 to 60, depending if you can find it. I would definitely pick one up if I were you. It's awesome if you like that type of fragrance. But any one of these is a good buy. If I had to rank them, I would say that this is one of the ones that comes off that I like the most out of the group. That one, and of course Signature. Signature, I would go back and forth. So, but Eau Fraiche is definitely one that reminds me of another amazing classic powerhouse masculine green fragrance that I love, which is Czar, but a fresher take on it, and it's like Jacques Bogart's own version of that. All right, everyone, that was my list of my favorite 4 Jacques Bogart fragrances. So I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section. Do you like the house of Jacques Bogart? Do you agree with me that it's an intro house, that they have a lot of fragrances, but not that many good ones, but the ones that they have that are good are fantastic? These are my picks. What are your favorite fragrances from the house of Jacques Bogart? Do you agree with my picks, or do you have other ones that you prefer over the ones that I listed? Please let me know in the comment section. I always appreciate all the interaction. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so. Check out the Instagram page and the TikTok, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Take care.